Anyway, so be kind to our resource speaker. Na-shock yung po. This is the first time. Kadamo-damo ang nagpuan. Damo-damo ang mga media. No? Anyway, so thank you for your support. So please be kind in your question. Anyway, sige, yung address na lang sa inyong mga questions sa resource speaker. And thank you very much and happy 51st Nutrition Month celebration. And congratulations.
Good afternoon, sir, ma'am. I'm Rene Castino from RJFM. My question goes to Ma'am Lucila Duterte. Kanina ba it was said na from number 1 has something, number 4 nakita. And from number 1 from the overall multiple nutrition, number 7 na nakita sa summer. Now, paano mo mga kapitan para nga ma-reach natin nga rating and hirahino pa ng mga provinces or ng mga municipalities ang nagkakaproblema ato nga nakaputan ato na number 4 and number 7?
Way back siguro mga several years ago, 2019, so our stunting and overall malnutrition was really high. In fact, here is also the NNC here, Dr. Natalino Butoluman Bauchunet. We were at number 1 spot talaga in terms of malnutrition. So malnutrition in all forms, that's stunting, wasting, underweight, and overweight or obesity. But with the effort of everyone, kasi addressing malnutrition really is not just, hindi siya kaya ng provincial government alone or one sector alone, na nutrition lang or health lang. It is actually a multi-sectoral collaboration and multi-sectoral effort. Unang-una po, meron tayong DOH. They are helping on the technical aspects, the nutrition-specific interventions, more on the health services. Then we have the NNC who are also doing coordinative and supports also mga commodities. They are also providing that. And of course, another different po na mga agencies such as the Department of Agriculture. Kasi po talaga, like kanina po sa ating mga presentation, we cannot delay hunger. So kung talagang may kinakain yung ating mga tao, so, or tayo, makain tayo ng tama, so will not be one of the, siguro hindi natin ma-attain or hindi tayo magkaroon ng malnutrition. So indeed, collaborative effort po ng lahat ng agencies, SWB, lahat po, including the community, of course. Yun po, yun yung ating isa sa mga factors why.
Mangkot? Ang akong question
Please,
ako,
sir, please state your name.
Ako Villarde from Albi Villarde Multimedia Production. Para din Ed, and anyone gyapon na karuyag maghatag yun in answer, pwede naman maghatag in ideas. Ma'am, pwede ba natin ibalik ang 1980s elementary years namon nga may dahin alam mo ako, Notre Dame, di ba? Kaya na ito mag-ibalik naman din ito ang klase ng program na before mag-start ang klase, nanangaan kami yan ito, busog na akong tiyan. So, attentive kami ng klase kaya busog na akong tiyan. Kaya ba natin ibalik?
Yung nakita school-based feeding program, I think you're all aware of that. So, atong beneficiaries are from atong mga severely wasted na kinder to grade 6 pupils. But as of this school year, all kindergarten students are part of the beneficiaries of this feeding. Ito nga sisiring mo before we had this breakfast feeding program. Even when I came way back 2002, may nakita kami na mga districts that have been given feeding tika at gawas. May mga sponsors. But this time, iniginahatag ta during recess time. Ano na ito maestra, pwede niya ihatagin. Pag-advance na ito sa pagsunod nila. Kasi karamihan na natong baka, mga tikang labi, may mga places din niya sama mismo, medyo remote siya. Ka-encounter namin ito before when I was still the medical officer ng Summer Division. May nakita sa setting ng short hunger syndrome. Naka-witness ko na po ito. I thought halibro lang ito. Magic, kinanto kami anong oras, mga 10 o'clock na ato. Pero naka-second school na kami. Ang first school namin, Italia na po niyarahin. Crackers? Ito ka ito kauna. Bago ka second school, may nabata. Nakikita yun sa natulog na talaga niya. Asa ka na teacher? Ano ito yan? Pag-chututo yan. Though, every time ko naman nasulod, ano siya ito? Kasi ng corners, siya pakauna dito. It's like magic. Na more of hypoglycemia. So talagang meron shorthand syndrome. Because they come to school without eating their breakfast, kaya maramang kaman ginagawin nila. So I think it's also a good intervention nga, early na ihahatag. Anyway, ato man yan it's not hot meals. It's mostly yung nutritious food products na hin milk. Duhan na niya na, for summer, we're going to start on July 14, while for the other divisions, they will start by July 21 per the department, for the school year. And early kami procurement, di ba? We have our nutrition here from the region, of course, Ma'am Adara. May ask questions. Okay lang, ano. So ngayon, sabay sila, meron na. For our NFP, or the nutritious food products, will be given for 120 days, while for the milk feeding, 15 days. Unlike last school year, mas mahaba yung milk feeding. With 43 school days yun. Ngayon, that's all. The only problem we have is usually the procurement. But so far this year, baga okay man hirap. Ang problem sa Dabinahan, may mga areas na walang local suppliers na nakuhaan ano. Pero alam niyo naman yung budget natin for feeding. Marami talaga yung beneficiaries. Okay, thank you.
But ako lang, probably nagpakiana, lagas-lagas, Nutriban pa man. I'm a product of Nutriban, no? Kay paminaw ko din hall, ako nang pinakalagas, no? Kay nakakaon pa ba kong Nutriban? So iyang pakiana ibabaling ba? Actually, there are two components of the DepEd's school-based feeding program. So may nakita ginyaya ka na well feeding, amaton hot meals, and then we also have the Nutriban. If you happen to, in fact, it's in the papers, in the TV, what had happened to Nutriban. No, so may nagyapin na Nutriban, and then we also have the milk feeding component, milk feeding program component. So, damo na ito. Pero probably, atong itrohan, DepEd is really, di ba may dahil gulayan sa paaralan? So why can't they make a wet feeding out of the gulayan sa paaralan? Kaya lang sa kanila kasi blanket, no? It's like blanket. Kapag nag-blanket ka, lahat cover. So, lahat cover. Yung iba naman, like sa agency, pinipili yung mga pallets, no? So, that's good with them kasi marami silang pera. So, blanket ang ginagamit nila. Tayo, targeted. Blanket, targeted. Okay, thank you.
Zangyo Baan, Tagiyahan website, radio station, Sama Food Live, Radyo Kasagabay. Ang question ko is agriculture. Sir, kada dako hindi yung seeds nga ginpapanhatag, paunanon niyo mahigudoso, ito't mga paragpuma nga mananong. Kay nagpipinanlinong na lahirahit era kalendaryo ay pagubrahit purpose, mga tabrak na, mga hubsak na.
Sir, please proceed to the question. Thank you.
Oo. Kasagot man niya function ito hindi parang distribute ito ng mga seeds, no? Rice program, anirang i-distribute mga hybrid seeds, different seeds. And high value crops development program, mga vegetable seeds yun i-distribute. Alam mong pag-distribute, naangaro kami itong bulig itong local government units. For example, itong rice seeds natin yan kinuhulog natin ikang local government unit. Anatong mga sinisira nga agricultural extension workers na ada ito na ang mga munisipyo, ada ang mga cities, hiraan na ito na ground itong assisted distribution. Hasta liwat itong mga vegetable seeds, ang gihapon itong reserva. Kaya itong tawag itong Department of Agriculture na marong kita nga dire sugat kadamong itong atong natanan yung LGUs. There are 143 LGUs sa region. So dire itong matatamong po itong regional office na nakuha kita assistance from the local government unit. Hasta ang distribution abot ang monitoring itong pagtakot mo kung kita ka ng banira. In fact, may nakita sinisira nga mga monthly planting and harvesting reports na yung prepare itong GU, ginapapasa na ilaan. So, ang monitoring kung tatanong ba itong nira or ano. Pero i-assume nga gintatanong ito kay nangangaro ito yung mga farmers o iharap nangangaro ito. I-assume. Pero ang nagsiring ang monitoring ito and by giving production reports nasubmit ang mga LGU na yung Thank you.
Ako hilito baguna sa Magic News FM Tacloban. Question ko, mga dito National Nutrition Council, Sir, in summer alone, paano ma-resolve itong problema at malnutrition? Kaya taas itong malnutrition itong summer. Paano niyo pagbuburbigan kamo nga mga life agencies? Salamat po.
Hello, good afternoon. Okay, thank you for that question. Paano mabubuligan at magkalenlain na ahensya ang problema ng malnutrition? Indeed, we agree that the problem of malnutrition is multifactorial. Kaya tama question, sir. The response or the answer will be multi-sectoral. So, kami Department of Health is one of the many sectors that addresses the problem of malnutrition. Among pina-implement ng mga interventions are called nutrition-specific interventions. These are interventions that addresses the direct cause of malnutrition, meaning high level na individual, high level na families. Okay? So ano yung mga interventions, health na pina-implement? These are health interventions that will prevent the effect of malnutrition on the health of our, especially of our mothers and our children. Usahin ito at sinasabi micronutrient supplementation. So, nanahatag kita mga kabataan na ubusin ko ang usin micronutrients, pag-improve hindi ang micronutrient status. Ano man ito? Ang mga vitamin A, para mga bata, ang multiple micronutrient supplements, ginatag ang mga bata para ma-improve ang nutrition and micronutrient status ng mga bata. Manyalag kita hindi nanahatag ang mga burol, kanang mga nagpapasuso, like ferrous sulfate, very essential supplement para sa mga burol. We have to take care of our buntis kay result ira panganak will depend on the status ng ira burol. So we take care of that ira mga burol. Remember ang first 1,000 days nga para ma-prevent ang malnutrition, buntis pala, alagaan na inanay. Meaning to say, gatanan ng mga servisyo panglawas para kananay ihatag during that period until the second birthday of the child. That is one, micronutrient supplementation. The other one is promotion of infant and young child feeding. So, the health sector, nanguna gatiya promotehan breastfeeding and complementary feeding. Breastfeeding is the most powerful intervention to prevent malnutrition and to improve child survival. Napaka-simple ang practice ating mga newborn na dapat i-impact on health and nutritional status. No? So, dapat pwede ng mga interventions na tinatag. In fact, may dalawa kami mga nutrition sensitive, meaning these are not direct causes like water and sanitation, paghatan, paggamit ng mga palikuran, at paghatan, paggamit ng tubig, pag-prevent adolescence pregnancy. So these are all health intervention na may epekto on the nutrition status of our children. Ano sa yan lang at ako ginahata, ginubuli ka, provincial summer. province of Samar is a recipient of the so-called, we mentioned kanina ni Dr. Pati, Philippine Multi-Sectoral Nutrition Project. This is a World Bank assisted project. Provincial Samar, out of 26 LGUs, 2 cities, 20 recipients, no? So, ang dili recipients, ang duha nga syudad, Hitalalora, and Paranas. Because these are LGUs na may ada sufficient, because of the sufficient resources to address malnutrition. The rest of the province of Samar are in need talaga ng support. Inyong project, sir, is 235 LGUs na inabugos ng Pilipinas. Out of 235, 70 itikang Region 8. Sugad kita ito kakuri, no? I mean, there is a greater need in the region, among the different regions. Kita ay pinakadako nga problema kung saan nagkita. Although, kung kikita ang data, improving, no? Improving. Pero, dahil 2019 nga data na siya ni Mazian ng World Bank, damo pa at time ang mga local government units or mga LGUs na dapat nila problema ng malnutrition. Ano nga yung support na ginahanap world? This is multi-sectoral na project. So, coordinated with the National Nutrition Council, anong ginahanap na support? May kasi na performance-based grants. So, ang first grants na ihatag na local government unit last year, the first grants, money, fresh money, para i-augmented resources ni LGU pag implemented nila local nutrition action plans. Kasi nagkukulang ang LGU, that's as a claim or kulang nila. So, gintratagan nila. This is also to incentivize local government para nila mga good practices para pag-apunin natin. That is the valid part of the support. The other one, may mga trainings, no? Aton mga service providers din train, at aton mga volunteer workers din train. Then may mga commodities direct project ginahatag. Like ini nga akong mention ng commodities, may ginahatag direct from the project. Nagahatag lang sila yung mga primary healthcare equipments like ang mga weighing scales and mga DP apparatus, because the project wants that with other mga primary care facilities like the rural health units, magkamaya din igo makapas to provide health services to our constituents. So, dapat nyo ginahatag ito nga mga munisipyo yan. And this is a big project, no? And we are looking into and in fact, World Bank is looking at Region 8 kasi kung successful ito Region 8 because we have the 17, meaning to say, the entire project will be considered something good, no? For the Philippines. So, utang ini, so we have to pay. So, we are trying mapapaupay and pagpadalagan din ng project. This is the only, siya kayo nga dapat mga project na nutrition na palusan din hatag na niya hatag na Region 8. Thank you.
Samar is the most improved province in the entire Eastern Visayas. In terms of stunting, mga putot, kanang putot, physical aspect lalo nakita, pero more than the physical aspect ang kaputot is the brain development. So, ang Samar, pang number 1, naging number 4 na kamunini. No? In fact, habubo na 12, kaya lang sa National Government Agency, iba-iba magudang source of data. Ang 12% province of Samar is taken from universal population, meaning pinagyan natin Operation Timbang, wherein supposedly katanan ng mga kabataan gintimbang, no? So that's from number 1 to number 4. And then wasting, supra kagasak, no? From number 1 to number 7, no? And then underweight, kulang ng timbang. So, ikatuloy ito nga indicator from number 1 to number 6. And then, overweight and obesity, kay yan namang good. Why we have, kasi siguro pababa ng waist, niwang na to wasting, tumataas naman ang ating overweight and obesity. Pero Samar, ang overweight and obesity na to is within threshold kay number 7 liwat ang Samar. Now, batunod ko, kanina, bato ni Ma'am Bekbek is about parang assisted. Pero we should be sustainable. No, we should be empowered. So we should empower our local government units from the barangay level to the regional level, national level, province, no, na dapat unta sustainable ito through their respective barangay nutrition action plan, city, municipal, and provincial nutrition action plans. No? Di na nagtitikangin ka, sustainable, hin pagplano, hin mga, dapat kung tamay na sit down din ng NBC, President, or SB, para hira manggunit. Kaya ang mga proyekto naman national government agency, ayuda na ituhan local government units. The interventions should emanate from the local government units, from the province down to giving assistance to the barangay municipal level. It was, hinyakan na kanina ni Governor, iya mga intervenciones para mapa-maintain natin ka mababa ang atong mga malnutrition indicators. No? So, those are the two sides of the coin. The parent assisted and then the local government unit initiated, plus the regional line agency assisted nutrition sensitive and nutrition specific nga mga interventions na ginahatag na po ng local government units.
Depend.
May I answer?
Depend. Okay, sige mo.
So, paano mapupublikan? So, for the provincial government of Samar, data-wise, we have 4 indicators again sa malnutrition. When it comes to wasting, talagang we are already wala na tayo sa public health significance, level of public health significance. Kasi yung wasting natin around 3 or 2%. Then, our underweight is around 4 something, so below the public health significance level. And then our overweight is at around 1 to 2%. Mababa pa rin. But our problem really very chronic here is stunting. Our stunting data was from 30 in 2019.
34.
And we are now down to 12% in 2024. But, the problem really in Samar, this is a good opportunity to also inform the public that the problem number 1 in Samar is why we have that chronic stunting. Di ka pa kasi ituhan pagburod like kanya ni mga bibig po. Di ka ito pagburod. Ano nakikita na ito sa Samar? Pabata, aton mga nagbuburod. May mga burod kita na teenage, adolescent, siyang as 10 years old. Burod na ito. They are not yet ready. No? So, ano ang nakatabo kung ang iralawas, dili pa ready, mag-aanak ito unhealthy na bata. At that unhealthy na bata, kung dili man ito yung mabubulong, masirin ka lang dili inilabot na mo kay iraw nito. Anak, pag mo anak mag-aasawa nito, so magiging labot ka na, di ba? Now, usa na ito, nagpabata ang pabataan mga bubulong. Ngan, diri nagpapa-prenatal. First time, or in the first trimester, unang at tulong ka bulan, ikaw nag-ira ng pagburo, kaya nagtitinabo. Paano man ito hirang mabubulong? Paano hirang makaragan? Hin-eksakto na bulong, hin-eksakto na intervention. Kung nagtitinabo, magawas, mga anak na 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, premature baby padanay. No? Another factor, dysfunctional family. Why? Nag-aaway ni nanay, ni tatay. Ang nanay nagburod, ginaaway kay kung ano lang ang trabaho ni asawa, inaro dito, nag-iininom, or whatever man niya, negative na hinihimo pamilya. Hay man ito, kung ang nanay, unhealthy niya pagburod, unhealthy ito niya magawas ng bata. And that's very chronic in Samar. Problema ito, dysfunctional family. Ini pa, ito mga nagburod na waray mga asawa. Ito mga nagburod na mga waray asawa, nag-anak sa parent. Ibibilit ito yung mga anak. Asya 6 months old, kaya magtatrabaho, bibilin, diri ka mo nakaka-ensure kung ano natin papakaon. No? Another thing, ito mahilig kita dinihit, silog, order. At mga bata, kay kita first time mothers, excited, magpakaon, kabataan, no? Na 6 months old, anong ginihimo? Ipapakaon, Cerelac, ipapakaon, magtamis, ipapakaon, may asin. It's a no-no. Why? Una, nga pag-taste ng bata, ang taste buds, kung ano yan nararasahan siya, ako itong gimbibili.
Ito naman.
Ako ito ang gimbibili. Kung papakaunon mo yan na itong lechon manok, ako na ito bibili mo. Wala yan ito brand, sir. Mga fried chicken, ano pa nila, ang mga, basta kita ba mga Cerelac, instead nga maghihimo kita mga mashed potato, mashed na mga, diba, mga kalabasa, or ano man lang, but namimili kita in flavor na Cerelac, banana, manila mga flavor, kahit nga mula itong mapasok na tubig, ito nakikita naman nila, liwat, it understanding hit aton mga kag-anak on the proper care of our children. No? Ini pa, because we are all working, mas rin ka nala, anong pagkaon niya na, ang order na lang ikaw, mag-admit na, and that is the reality even in Caloocan City. That is the reality. So paano mo ito natin bubulungon itong mga kabataan na mga 1 or baby pa newborn to 2 years old? Ang stunting, bubulungon mo ito from 0 months, no? 0 month to below 2 years old. Kaya mo pa ito nila magbulong. Beyond that, no. Hindi na ito. Irreversible na ito niya kang-stunting. So inilaan ako na hangyo, lalo na ang media, na kinahanglan natin ipasamwa itong maupay na dapat itong mga burod magpa-check up, magpa-prenatal, magpa-immunize kung nanganak na, ngan magpa-konsulta, hira, kung may dahira ginaapat. Dili kung magtitikin basta-basta. Lalo na itong pagpakaon with atong mga bagong kabataan. Ako ito, naging dulusok ni Governor Shani Antan talaga, it values transformation kada pamilya. Kaya kung ang usang pamilya, bisan na ito, ikaw la, nanay la, or incomplete man, in literal incomplete sila, but one family, may maupay nga values, maupay nga pagkita, apin at didaan, pagkita na rin maupay nga magpagkita. Kaya ako itong ginduduso nga. Basta talaga nga mga kapulig, ito talaga nga values ng purpose ng pamilya.
Kami as Samar Division Nurse, ako na advocacy pirmi ko na ito kami in every schools, especially ang program ng Department of Education by the Adolescents and Reproductive Health. So, ako ito na naamong may pilot nga ni training kami last year nga ang duha province, Samar, Southern Rating and Samar, may damo kaasuhan, nataasan time expectancy. So, amo ito na amo din bubuhat. Advocacy. Sa DepEd Diwat, naghihimo na hirayanahan. Bali, ito nga program ng Department of Education and sexual yung parang maagang pagtuturo ng mga bata about sexuality. So, aliba na ako na kontra kay tutuan early, pero dito dapat din-educate kay ako ito ang dapat dinubuhat ng Department of Education nga bata pala na-educate na kung paano kay dito mismo pala adamuan kaso especially in far from barangays nga at tugod mismo labinan ato na mga bukid daw dito ang naguguro ng kabataan pa. So ang ito ang dinubuhat ng DepEd advocacy sila pero nga mga kabataan especially na junior high school kaya at titikang.
Aside from that school-based feeding, I would like to ask yung sa LGU, kasi ang naging problem, so meron ka 120 days na feeding, but the rest of the year, hayra pala, there's no sustainability. That's yung one problem namin yan. Before, nung nagdaan sa NLC, kaya in-extend siya, na 220 days, hindi naman na nag-materialize yung plan na yun kasi maraming ginagawa ang DepEd. Aside from that, there's a DO number 2, na yung teachers, di ba, not allowed to do administrative tasks. So that includes yung height and weight taking, yung feeding. Yeah, so, isa na naging problem namin yan sa DepEd. But then, we have to mobilize our ADAS to help the nurses kasi sila laging sinisisi sa field din. Hindi na may lakaya din yun, ano. So yun nga, I think there's also an instruction from the DOH. Si Ma'am Borata, kanina minimension niya sa akin about nutritional assessment. Sabi ko sa kanya, I think you can help us with the nutritional assessment at the start of the school year, or even before, during the Brigada Eskwela, kasi meron yung registration kita, aside from weight and height taking, kasama na yung SBI, na which is also, so pala media, may hangin po kamo kay iniamon SBI na problem last year. Sa master listing, for the very reason na we have parents na iba talaga yung takbo na isip nila eh. Lo and behold, yung pang mga nasa city, yung mababa yung accomplishment. Considering that they're more educated than the ones from the remote areas. Yung nasa remote, 100% tuloy yung accomplishment ng mga sana lang tulungan nyo kami and disseminate about yung school-based and SBI. Since mag-start na naman tayo magkaroon ng mga ng endemic diseases because of our infectious diseases na pwede namang preventable, hindi na dahil sa mga sabi-sabi. Yun ang naging problem namin. Second, for the school-based feeding program, ito na yung ways forward namin, ano? The start of the school year, all kindergarten pupils are included in the feeding. Next year, hopefully, all grades, kinder up to grade 6 students are already included, will be included in the feeding pag wala namang hitches during the budget deliberation kasi medyo malaki yung kaya lagi silang ha-highlight because of the amount na being given to them and for the feeding alone. Yung regarding the mention naman niya yung isa since our colleague from our PINAW from Samar, she went about teenage pregnancy. Okay, that's also a problem. Kaya there was an increase in number of malnourished children. Before pala, ito pala, yung dati pa, kaya yung nag-number one tayo sa yung tarang na naging pilot sila, I'm not sure kung familiar pa yung Food for School program. Alam niyo ba yun? Yung rice yun. 1 kilo of rice per day yun. Yun yung kaya ang pinaka-pilot na district namin was Tarangnan. Nag-cover siya ng ilang barangay, except for the third and fourth class municipalities, hindi sila, excluded sila. Kaya ngayon Santa Rita, kahit na marami yung wasted na severely wasted na pupils, hindi sila nabigyan because they were classified as third class municipality. Unlike yung iba nga, parang wala nang masyadong severely, pero fifth class municipality sila, nabigyan sila. Pero siyempre, hindi lang naman rice ang kailangan ng bata, di ba? Kailangan natin ibang nutrients and protein nandiyan. Karamihan kasi may protein, calorie, malnutrition. So, siguro nga tama yung sinabi ng sa natin ito kanina yung about GPP. Iba daw talagang kinaano namin yun. Si GPP kasi nagsusupplement sila ng feeding. Before we have meals, mas maganda siya tutusin. Naging problem namin, yung sa students kasi sila yung kumahawak ng pondo. When they're out, walang feeding kasi hindi na binibigay sa feeding coordinator. Nabuti lang nag-pandemic, na-stop yun yung feeding. So, nang bumalik, nutritious food products na yun. Kasama lang po dyan yung Nutriban that you've been asking. We have, yung menu cycle. Good for 20 to 21 days na ginagawa ng bawat district. So, pinafollow na yun. Kasi na-alternate nila yung palihan nyo ng depende kung anong district sila. Minsan, Monday yung may Nutriban. Tapos the rest of the days, on the food program. Alternate, hindi pa naman alternate. Depende kung sino yung feeding coordinator nila. Tsaka tapos, pero maganda ngayon kasi sabay yung fees at sa summer. Sila yung mauuna eh. Nauna na kayo, no? Nandiyan na nga yung feeding products nila. Meron silang milk na, lagi kasi na-intrigue eh. Before, I'm not sure if you've heard of yung sa, yung farmers na, yung sa Ormoc. Kasi nag-protest sila dahil nag-supply mapping kasi, so na-find out na walang supplier na ano. Ngayon, may lead farmers tayo. So, nagkapag with NDA at saka itong Dunoy farmers siya tayo. Bago pa lang ako sa region nun. Bakit naman kami may kasalanan? Na kami kinalaman yan. Kasi after sa dun sa Leyte kasi has the highest number of recipients. So, pinakamalaki ang meron silang PSF. Meron malaki yung kanilang bondo. Kaya yung nag-interest talaga yung mga dairy farmers na ito. Kasi hindi nga napunta sila dahil nag-ano kami ng CN commercial milk dahil nga kulang ng supplier. So ngayon, unahin talaga palagi sila kung available. Ngayon naging na-ease out naman yung problem na yun. Mahirap, yung feeding is madali sa nila ninyo. Pero yung actual na, sa dami ng papers na ano mo, ang mahirap siya talaga. Ayun na sir, yung naging problem. Pero talaga siya sa totoo lang, hindi siya address ng problem of nutrition. More of attendance ng bata. Kasi may pagkain. Kasi yun, kaya may period tayo na walang pasok. So, kung sa bahay wala silang pagkain, o paano yun ang sustainability ng program mo. Kaya sana yun lang ang ano lang sa LGU na kung pwede sila mag-augment. Tsaka yung monitoring din siguro para ma-implement. Although, na-implement siya kasi nandiyan na yun eh, products. Unlike nung hot meals pa, yun ang mahirap yung pag-monitor nun kung talaga na-implement siya. Hot meals, and meron mga regions na nag-ano ng hot meals kasi meron silang central kitchen. Tayo, wala pa tayo. Nag-start pa ng orientation. Kailangan din namin ng LGU ng support kasi di lang kaya ng DepEd alone na maglagay ng central kitchen. Because there are a lot of requirements needed to establish a central kitchen. Did I answer the question, sir? Okay na. Thank you.
Thank you so much to our panelists for the answers. And we're down to our last question for this one.
Nawal from XFM, nagiging talo ko, ma'am. Depende po tayo, ma'am. Ma'am, may nutribalance at meron po ngayon sa school. Paano po natin maiwasan yung pagbenta ng mga school canteen ng mga chichirya soft drinks? Kasi yan po ang palay kong naiikot sa school na ano po natin magiging action po dyan.
Hindi lahat ng bata included dun sa feeding. Ang inaano lang namin sa school, we have canteen management na saka merong DepEd order number 32 na bawal mag-chichirya, yung mga ganyan. Kung meron man, meron siyang seal na pwede siya, di ba, yung 45 o kasi yun yung ina-advocate natin, di ba, bawal nga ang soft drinks sa school. Pero meron silang di ba, kaya may red, may green na yung flavor classification. Sige.
Yung mahigpit na ipinapatupad po sa every canteen ng schools ngayon kasi nga yan sa batas na DepEd Order number 32. Yung green, kailangan ng ibenta sa loob ng canteen, yun yung nutritious products, nutritious na mga pagkain. So, yung yellow naman, nakahiwalay din yun. Kaya pag hindi pwedeng bumili ang mga bata kasi yan yung nandyan, yung mga soft drinks, mga yung hindi gaanong masustansya na mga pagkain. Tapos yung red, yun talaga yung bawal, hindi binibenta sa canteen. So, mahigpit na inaano namin ng mga nurses pag nag-aano kami na kailangan ang school canteen mag-follow ng protocol.
Sa city division ba kayo, ma'am?
Po. Sa summer division po.
Oo. Lahat kasi dito...
Sir, out of order na po tayo.
Okay, sige ma'am.
So, summer division, hindi lang sa canteen, yung mga ambulant vendors din, nire-regulate po din natin yan. Kasi kailangan healthy yung ibenta nila, lalo na yung food preparation, kailangan mayroon silang health certificate na makikita. So, yun po.
Okay, yung the Regional Nutrition Committee is taking that very seriously kasi hindi daw na-reinforce ang DepEd Memorandum Circular Order 32. Kaya ang suggestion ng Regional Nutrition Committee being the highest coordinating and policy-making body, we are actually making a resolution kasi NEDA and DOH is actually telling us na sino nagmamonitor sa DepEd. No? So that's why we will magpapalabas kami ng Regional Nutrition Committee for DepEd to report, no? Ang ilang monitoring kung talaga ba yung red nila, yung yellow, natanggal ba talaga yan? Kasi wala talagang nagre-report from the Department of Education kung nagko-comply ba nila yung sarili nilang Department Memorandum Circular. Now, that is for the young children. And then, yung iba naman na outside of the canteen, kasi sabi ni Doktora na kailangan may management canteen, kailangan hindi ka na monitor. That's why the Regional Nutrition Committee is taking in consideration to have DepEd from the region or from the division to report to us, no, at the Regional Nutrition Committee para ano ang may tutulong ng komite para ma-enforce yung DepEd Memorandum Circular. Now, doon naman sa CHED, yung mga malalaking estudyante, we are actually passing resolution, Regional Nutrition Committee resolution para i-regulate. Kasi ang nainabumagot sa mga state universities, colleges, mga private school na nagko, di ko concession nila ang canteen nila. Hindi ginahatagin third party. Wala na silang control kung ano ang ipagbibili doon with the college, mga senior high school. So kaya, we are taking into consideration on that, and then we're passing a Regional Nutrition Committee resolution on healthy diet among our college students. So, I hope, kasi nagtatanong na talaga ang NEDA at saka ng DOH, how far are we monitoring in terms of the implementation of DepEd Memorandum Circular 32 kasi walang monitor. As we have here from DepEd officials na hindi nila kaya. So probably, tingnan natin kung ano ang mga cascading of report coming from the school to the district to the division to DepEd region, the region will report to the Regional Nutrition Committee status of implementation. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much. So that wraps up our press conference for today, and let us hear the closing message from our Provincial Nutrition Action Officer, Ma'am Lucida Loterde, and of course a brief message from Doc Cathy.
Okay. Thank you very much. No? So this is the first time na mataas ang press conference. Tsaka takot kami dami-dami ninyo. Buti na lang hindi ang in-accommodate ng question. Anyways, na kinabahan kasi yung ibang member, doon pa ka 1 hour, hindi, sabihin na, alam niya ni Golda i-moderate, kasi usually 15 minutes lang. No? But anyway, for the benefit of our successful implementation of our nutrition program, it's just not right na the media will be given an opportunity, to hear, and for the media also to spread good nutrition to our citizenry. Kaya we're very thankful in spite of the numbers, what you call this one, media practitioners. So I hope na entertain ang inyong mga gusto, or na mga nasa sa loobin ninyo na dapat ninyo ipalabas through your broadcast. Pero I hope na-answer namin ang inyong mga katanungan. Sige, back to you, Ms. Lucero.
Damo mo nga salamat ng mga media personnel na amin ko yan na. Damo po yung opportunity for us, provincial government, and also the resource persons here para po may padangat haaton po mga katauhan na ito kung gaano kadako it problema ng malnutrition, lalo na it's stunting din probinsyahan ng Samar. Again, in terms of stunting, hataas pa ora-ora. Kay in 2024, we still have 9,000 plus children, individual, ng mga stunted, ng mga kabataan. So when it comes to prevalence, nasa 12.9% to 13%. hamubo yan in terms of the target and prevalence, pero kung iihap natin kalatagsa, it's 9,500 plus children. Imagine na ito. Again, nanawagan ako media na mabulig po para pag-advocate. Ito na aton, bisan simple lang po, pag-aghat, it aton mga burod, mga magpaprenatal, di na ito magtikang. Pati po ito na aton mga kat-anak, titimang bumagit aton mga kabataan yung maupay. Kay, lalo na ito na aton mga kabataan na diba, maglakad-lakad kiratas na pagbuburod na, ngayon magiging malnourished ito, gawas ito ng mga kabataan nila. So, siguro ako lang po ito na ako isisirin na magiging partners po tayo media para po may panangan ito ng mga information drive para yung mga katauhan. Kaya ready po atong mga facilities to accept them o nila ulang i-demand ikang ito na ating mga clients, mga kabataan, mga nanay, mga pamilya. So, mula po, damo po nga salamat tayo.
We are very sorry that we cannot accommodate all. May mga meetings pa po yung iba. That is why we are in a hurry and others will be traveling back to Tacloban. So in the interest of time, we conclude our press conference for the 51st Vision Month. Thank you so much.